युहन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचिं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापि प्रता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Okay, we'll start with verse 47. माया बीजभवस्पृहाम्बुकलितः ब्रह्माङ्कुरः प्राणभृत् लिङ्गस्कन्धधरस्सुरादिमतनु शाखास्त्रयी पत्रभृत् नैकात्मा विषयप्रवालकलितः यज्ञादिपुष्पः सुखैः दुःखैश्चापि फलैर्यतो किल जगन्नीडश्च भूताण्डजः नानाशब्दसमागमादितुमुलध्वानश्च कर्मानिलैः नुन्नश्चञ्चल एष संस्कृतिमही योऽन्तेऽभावात्मकः सत्यज्ञानमयासिनास्करणीयोच्छेदयेतस्य तत् मूलं ब्रह्म सदेव शुक्रमृतं मिथ्यैषमर्थ्यः पुनः कार्यं कारणेव तिष्ठति च तन्नात्येदि मृत्कुम्भवत् तस्माद् ब्रह्मणि कारणेऽस्ति सकलं नात्येति तत्किञ्चन लोकोऽयं ननुकम्पते सति बृहत्यस्मिन्नतो निर्गतः भीतोऽस्मात् एतद्विदन्तो भीतोऽग्निर्दहति प्रभोस्तपदिकः तापं निहन्त्यम्बुजाः जिष्णुर्वर्षति कम्पते पिपवनः शम्पाक्षणं द्योतते सर्वं भूः सहते पयोनिधिरहो नागच्छति स्वावधे लोकान् पान्ति च लोकपानुबहुना मृत्युः परं धावति एतत् साध्वसकारणं कलयितुं प्राग्देहपाताद्बुधः चेच्छक्नोति विमुच्यते न यदिहा सर्गेष्वधीर्जायते आदर्शे मुखमीक्षते हि पुरुषः स्पष्टं नतो ये पुनः तद्वन्मानवजन्मनि स्फुटतरम् नान्यत्र सद्दर्शनम्. So we saw the commentary of verse 51. 52 we just read. I will repeat once again. Jagratyatmani nirmale parapadam.
Jagratyatmani nirmale parapadam. जाग्रत्यात्मनि निर्मले परपदम्
स्पष्टं यथा भासते
स्पष्टं यथा भासते स्पष्टं यथा भासते
तद्वन्मानवजन्मनि स्फुटतरः
तद्वन्मानवजन्मनि स्फुटतरः
तद्वन्मानवजन्मनि स्फुटतरः ब्रह्मात्मबोधो नृणाम् ब्रह्मात्मबोधो नृणाम् ब्रह्मात्मबोधो नृणाम् स्वप्ने स्पष्टमिदं विभाति तु तथा यथा स्वप्ने स्पष्टमिदं विभाति तु यथा स्वप्ने स्पष्टमिदं विभाति तु यथा तद्वत् पितॄणां पदे तद्वत् पितॄणां पदे तद्वत् पितॄणां पदे गान्धर्वेऽपि च दैवते स्फुटतमम् गान्धर्वेऽपि च दैवते स्फुटतमम् गान्धर्वेऽपि च दैवते स्फुटतमम् सत्ये तु तद्दुर्लभम् सत्ये तु तद्दुर्लभम् सत्ये तु तद्दुर्लभम्. So this verse 52 which we read, so elaborates on the content of mantra 5 of the 6th valli. Mantra 5 of the 6th valli goes as yathadarshe tathatmani yatha swapne tatha pitrloke यथाप्सुपरीव ददृशे तथा गंधर्वलोके छायातपयोरिव ब्रह्मलोके. This is the 6th valli, 5th mantra. Yathadarshe tathatmani. So in the previous verse, in the previous class, we saw that the reflection of an entity, so whatever be that entity, the reflected image will be quite clear, pretty evident in a mirror. Whereas if it were to be reflected on the surface of a water which also has the ability to reflect, it will not be that clear. Similarly, here with reference to gaining Atmajnana, so it is said that this Manushya Janma is something which is going to be extremely convenient rather than other Janmas in or other places if we take birth also. There may be other places where this Jiva can dwell upon. So this Martya Loka is something which is quite conducive to gain this Atma Jnana. So this is the message that has to be conveyed. Because there are a few other lokas also which are listed here. Gandharva Loke, etc. Yathadarshe tatha Atmani. So Atmani means in this Buddha. So here the word Atma is to be taken as Buddhi. Adarsha, as I told you, refers to the mirror. So Yathadarshe tathatmani. So this is what we find. So Yathadarshe tathatmani. Let me very quickly take you through the Shankara Bhashya before I come to this verse, because there is something which is peculiar which Rāmarāya has added in this verse in order to elucidate the idea which has been stated in Mantra 5. So let me take you through the Bhashya now. Kathamiti uchyate. Kathamiti means how do I gain this? Okay. So he says yatha adarshe pratibimba bhutam atmanam pashyati lokaha atyanta viviktam. Atyanta viviktam means with absolute clarity. Yatha adarishe, as in the mirror, pratibimba bhutam atmanam pashyati. The reflected image is what is called pratibimba. Pratibimba bhutam atmanam pashyati lokaha atyanta viviktam tatha iha atmani. Atmani here means swabuddhau. Understand? So Atmani here refers to swabuddhau. Adarishavat nirmali bhutayam viviktatmanaha darshanam bhavati ityarthaha. Okay. So in this mind, the mind also has to be clear. For in fact, there is a great astronomer. This astronomer, in the context of describing what is Devata Prasada. So Devata Prasadena, so he got. This is what is stated in the verse. So for that, he is trying to explain Devata Prasadena. Devata Prasadena does not mean he wrote. So this even Ramanuja, the mathematician, wrote the formula, etc. Let us see. So Devata Prasadena, suppose you can see. So then in that context, while commenting, he says, this Devata Prasada does not mean so that Devata himself comes in front of him and then dictates and he writes. So that doesn't mean that. Na punaha brahma adityo va swayam agatya upadishet. Okay, so this is what he says. Brahma adityo va swayam sakshat agatya na upadishet. Like a guru. What does it mean? Devata prasadaha mati vaimalya hetu reva. See, mati vaimalya hetu. Okay, so uncluttering the mind. So clarity evolves decision. So this is what he means. In fact, yesterday one of the boys who is just completed PhD. So that boy came along with me. On the road he met. He was traveling in the cycle the other side. I was coming in the platform this way. So he suddenly took a U-turn and then came along with me. So I said, I wanted to ask you one question. I said, what? He said, so there are various situations in life where we face some serious dilemma. So can you please tell, how do we resolve this? Okay. So he actually asked me, so I am sure you would have also faced. Okay. So how do you choose the direction to go? Okay. I said it is Devata Prasad. See. So this Mati Vaimalya Hetu, then I further added, I said, so when you face such situations, dilemma, so if the clarity does not come to you, okay, so through Devata Prasada, then you should have some absolute faith. So either in some teacher, some guru, or your own ancestors, so mother, father, whatever. So you should just have absolute faith. So and then you should just go by what they say, if that doesn't work for you. So this is, so the point is, so here Acharya says, that is why I was just reminded of that episode. See, he says, Adarishavat nirmali bhutayam atmani. Okay, so for even the right thoughts to come, the mind has to be kept clean. So this, any kind of samalatvam, either due to kama, krodha, lobha, dvesha, whatever, okay, asuya. So any of them, if it comes, then it is samala, not nirmala. So that nirmalatvam is essential. Nirmali bhutayam viviktatmano darshanam bhavati. Okay. Now he says, on the other hand, the mantra first quarter it says yatha darshe tatha atmani. So the truth that is revealed in the scriptures will become evident to a mind which is absolutely clean. Right? Then he says, Yatha swapne. So through example he gives. Yatha swapne, on the other hand. Yatha swapne aviviktam jagradvat jagradvasanodbhutam. Aviviktam jagradvasanodbhutam. Swapne aviviktam. See, everyone undergoes this stage of dreaming. Now, this dreaming is a certain process which also throws certain events. You are perceiving some event in the dream. May be connected to Jagrat, sometimes may not be connected, sometimes may be remotely connected. We all see this dream. But here, what is being said is, there is a clear distinction between what you observe in the dream and what you observe in person. Okay? It is like even this online class and directly. So suppose I see Aniruddha in front of me. Okay. So then, it is absolutely a pleasure. Okay. So it is, sometimes you see in this dream, this is like that. Swapane. So this is, swapana is something which is projected in your mind. So here it is not something which is projected, you are able to sense through the sense organs which you are possessed with in front. Okay. So swapana makes a certain projection. So directly perceiving to the sense organs. Now he is saying, so swapane what happens is, aviviktam pashyati. Pashyati, parantu aviviktam pashyati, natu viviktam pashyati. Okay, so that is what is said. Yatha swapne aviviktam jagradvasanodbhutam. The swapna jagradvasanaya udbhutam. Okay, so this is something which arises out of it. Tatha pitarloke aviviktameva darshanam atmanaha. So the import here is, so when you are blessed with this Manushya Janma, you are supposed to engage yourself in higher thoughts, so which will lead you to mukti. So here he is saying, I will leave this Janma, so I will go to Pitraloka, I will be able to gain. So that is not going to work out well. So it is for this reason he is saying, Katha pitraloke aviviktameva darshanam atmanaha karma phalopabhoga saktatvat. So that is a different kind of a thing. Okay? Karma phala upabhoga asaktatvat. So they are essentially, here is where you can make sadhana. So there, elsewhere, whatever it is only for some sort of a upabhoga. Here both sadhanam and upabhoga, both are there here. Yatha cha apsu. Next example. Yatha cha apsu aviviktavayavam atmanasvarupam parivadadrishe. What do you understand? Parivadadrishe. This is an interesting usage. So there is something to learn here. Parivadadrishe. So here Bhagavad Pada says, okay, so this pari is an upasarga. Okay, it has to go, see in Chandas, sometimes the upasarga is split. So therefore, in his commentary he says, paridrishyate iva. Understand? So this iva has been inserted between pari and dadrishe. See, paridrishyate iva yatha apsu pariva dadrishe means apsu paridrishyate, apsu paridadrishe iva, apsu pariva dadrishe. Katha gandharva loke. So whether it is Pitriloka, so whether it is Gandharva loka, so they are not really conducive for gaining this Atma Jnana. Okay, so the Drishtanta here is, in this word Iha, the fourth mantra said Iha. Iha means Manushya Loke. This is exceedingly conducive, whereas the other lokas, they are not conducive. So the Drishtanta there is Adarsha, here it is Apsu. Okay? So these are Swapana. So these are all examples through which he wants to convey that. Yatha tatha gandharvaloke aviviktameva darshanam atmanaha evancha lokantareshvapi shastra pramanadavagamyate. So this is another incidental message that he wants to give. It's not that you may not give, but the effort has to be much more than what you can do here. See, lokantareshvapi shastra pramanat avagamyate. Chaya tapayorive. It's not that you don't see in Swapna. You may be able to see, but it is not something which is clear. So therefore, this is highly recommended. So now, the last quarter of the mantra is Chaya tapayoriva brahmaloke. Chaya and Atapa, there is absolutely clear resolution. Right? So between Chaya and Atapa, there is a clear distinction. So there in the Satyaloka also, it is possible to have this Atmajnana much more easier way you can get. But getting to Satyaloka is very difficult. He says, Chaya tapayoriva atyanta viviktam brahmaloke eva ekasmin. Brahmaloke eva ekasmin. So it is very easy. Sacha dushprapaha. Okay. So that is something which is very difficult. Sacha dushprapaha. Suppose you say, I will go and live in space so that mosquito will not come and bother. How can you live? So that is not possible. That's what he says. Sacha dushprapaha atyanta vishishta karma jnana sadhyatvat. Atyanta vishishta karma jnana sadhyatvat. Very, very difficult. Tasmat. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Atmadarsanaya ihaiva yatnah kartavyaha ityabhiprayaha. Ihaiva means asminneva janmani asminneva loke. Iha here means both janma and desha. Okay. So tasmat atmadarsanaya ihaiva yatnah kartavyaha ityabhiprayaha. This is the import of that. See, now that we have a few students who also want to learn a little bit of Vyakarana, I will tell you the sutras. See, where Kaumadikara says, so this is occurring right at the beginning itself. So this dhatu and upasarga have to go together. Okay. So the sutra is te prag dhatu. Repeat.
Te pragdhato.
Te pragdhato. Pragdhato. So why I am saying this? Parivadadrishe. Paridadrishe. So pragdhato means dhatoho prag. Okay. So te means te upasargaha. Te upasargaha. And there is something called gati samya. So they are also to be placed only before. Okay. So both upasargas and so gati samnyakaha e bhavanti te pragdhatoho niveshaniyaha. Means before the dhatu they have to be placed. Suppose you say vilikhati, prahasati. So pra, vi, etc. are upasargas. So they have to be placed. And immediately they have to be before. You cannot have anything in between. So that is also stated by a sutra. I will tell you. So here, te prag dhato. This is 1480. Okay, in the sutra number. Te prag dhato. On the other hand, in the Vedic corpus, you may find them separated. It can be placed later also. Sometimes this will be sandwiched by some other pada. Okay? I'll just give you an example, and the sutras also. Chandasi parepi. This is the next sutra. Chandasi parepi.
Chandasi parepi.
Te upasargaha pragdhatoho eva niveshaniyaha. Chandasi parepi bhavanti. Sometimes in the Vedic corpus you will find them placed later also. Parepi. Chandasi parepi. For instance, yati nihastina. See, yati nihastina. Niyati hastina. Understand? Yati nihastina. Niyati hastina. This is how we have to understand from the commentary. Sometimes it will occur like that. Sometimes it may happen that they are separated by some other word in between. Okay. Therefore, this Panini inserts one more sutra. Vyavahitascha. Vyavahitascha. Vyavahitascha means they are also sometimes separated. So one of the examples, if some of you have read this or at least heard the Surya Namaskara Prashna, there is one example, standard example. Okay. Amandrairindra haribhihi yahi mayura romabhihi. These are two vakyas. So Amandrairindra haribhihi yahi mayura romabhihi. So there, this A is in Upasarga. It should be ayahi. So yahi comes in next vakya. See, Amandrerindra haribhihi yahi mayura romabhihi. Ayahi. This is how we have to understand. So vyavahitascha kadachit bhavanti, kadachit pare. So this is what? So now this is an example where we find in mantra pari is vyavahita. Okay. Okay. So now, having said this, let us come to the verse now. Verse and its commentary. Jagratyaptamani nirmale parapadam spashtam yatha bhasate tadvan manavajanmani sphutataro brahmatma bodho nrinam. The first half is simple. But what is special here is Ramarāya has inserted another simile which is not to be found in the mantra for having more clarity on what is being said. Okay. So here you see Jagratyatmani nirmale. Jagrati Parapadam spashtam yatha bhasate. Jagrati should be understood as Jagrat Dashaya. When you are awake. Why does he bring in this? So he brings in this more explicitly because the later part of the mantra says Swapni. So in Swapna it is not Vivikta, whereas in Jagrat it is Vivikta. So therefore he is just explicitly saying Jagrati, Jagrat Dashayam, Atmani, Nirmale Atmani. That is what Bhagavad Pada said. Nirmale Atmani. Mind has to be clear. Nirmale Atmani. Parapadam Spashtam Yatha Bhasate. It is not necessary that you have to bring in this Atma Tattva and this kind of a Vedanta. You can take any knowledge for that matter. Unless the buddhi is clear. So whatever the other fellow says will not get into the mind. It doesn't matter. That is why even in the mantra, Anyatra mana abhuvanna darisham, Anyatra mana abhuvanna shrausham. Mind was elsewhere, therefore I did not listen. So this happens even in normal Vyavahara. It is not the Vedanta alone or the Brahma Tattva. So Jagratyatmani nirmale Parapadam spashtam yatha bhasate. This Parapadam spashtam yatha bhasate. This Parapadam is something which is very interesting. This Parapadam actually can mean something which is some state which is very high state. You can think of. Okay? Somebody gets into deep meditation, he does not know what is happening around. Okay? So this we see some people, individuals, blessed, nothing happens to them. So whatever the noise, it doesn't make any difference. So for some people, some noise, very, very minute, it disturbs. In fact, as I was traveling from Copenhagen, so this was something which is very funny. It happened. Some person, some Indian movie, so he wanted to play something. There is some screen, no? You understand? Another person is seated there. So he just talk, he was touching. So that lady who was serious, she was somewhat dozing apparently. She said, no, she is somewhat disturbing me. Okay. The way I said was, minute touch. So that sort of disturbs somebody. And he just kept for a minute, he was just looking at them and then left. So a little later, once again this person was, I noticed, okay, I was really just next to seat. So this person, what happened was, he just was so tempted with the game, just very fast, was just doing. Once again she woke up and then she just stared at him. Then I had to intervene and say, after all, when somebody is making a request, you should oblige. Then only he stopped. Anyway, so the reason is, so this kind of a thing disturbs some people. Whereas, you would have seen many of these workers, they will be happily sleeping in the lorry which treks the sand, the gravel, etc. So all kinds of noise will be there around. They will be happily sleeping on the stones. So this is how things are. Okay. So for some people, so this is even small disturbances. So they make a lot of difference. Okay. Tadvan Parapadam. This Parapadam, I wanted to say, this Parapadam can mean various things. It can mean Vishnoho Padam. Okay. It can mean even the Jagat. Okay. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, at a level you can think of. This Parapadam can mean Akasha also. In fact, one of the synonyms of Akasha is Vishnu Padam. Okay. You know? Vyad Vishnu Padam Proktama. Something is there. Vyad Vishnu Padam is there in Amarakosha. So Vyad Vishnu Padam. So one can take any of these meanings. So these are hinted by Rāmarāyakavi in his commentary. I will come to that in a moment. So Tat Bhasate. Kada Bhasate. Just take this Parapadam to be space for the moment. So in Jagrat, you look at the space, so it is quite clear. In Jagrat, you look at the world, it is quite clear. So on the other hand, in Swapna, that is not going to be the case. So Jagratyatmani Nirmale. Even here, Nirmale Manasi. So Nirmale Manasi. This is something which is extremely important. So if you are not able to make it clear, then you should work towards that. There is no other option. That is what our scripture tells. If you let it go, then the more you let it go, the more it will become difficult. So therefore, this kind of a discipline is very, very important. Jagratyatmani nirmale parapadam spashtam yatha bhasate. spashtam yatha bhasate tadvan manavajanmani sphutataraha brahmatma bodho nranam. Similarly, as you are able to see very clearly things in your Jagrad Dasha, so too in this Manushya Janma you will be able to do. Tadvan manavajanmani sphutataraha brahmatma bodho nranam. Swapne, here you should understand as aspashta. Okay. That is why avagraha is very important. Swapne spashtamidam. You can split that. Swapne spashtamidam. Swapne aspashtamidam. Swapne spashtamidam vibhati tu yatha. As in swapna, it is not going to be clear. Tadvad pitrunam pade. Pitrunam pade means in the Pitrloka. Gandharve picha, whether it is Ratloka or Gandharva Loka or Daivaloka, Daivate. Finally, Phutatamam Satyetu Tadvirlabham. In the Satyaloka, it is Phuta, but Tat Durlabham. What is the Satyaloka? What is Satyaloka? In those who do even pranayama, bhu, bhuvaha, mahaha, janaha, tapaha, satya. These are the names of various lokas that they call. Okay. So this is the loka which is considered to be the highest of all lokas. Okay. So there are a few things which are listed. Chaturdasha Bhuvana among them, so the topmost is among the list that we find in our scriptures. Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. So the Satyaloka here he says it is Tad Durlabha. That is something which is very difficult to get. Where do we have the evidence that we have to struggle hard to get this? So there is a interesting verse which describes Satyaloka as well as another mantra in our scriptures which says that it is very difficult, which is quoted by Bhagavad-pada in his commentary. I will give you this verse first, which describes Satyaloka. Shadgunena tapolokat,
Shadgunena tapolokat, Shadgunena tapolokat,
Satyaloko virajate,
Satyaloko virajate, Satyaloko virajate,
Apunarmarakayatra,
Apunarmarakayatra,
Apunarmarakayatra, Brahmaloko hi sasmritaha,
Brahmaloko hi sasmritaha, Brahmaloko hi sasmritaha.
So this is in Vishnu Purana which describes this. What does it say? Shadgunena tapolokad satyaloko virajate. Okay, this is in connection with describing the distances. Okay, there is a certain description. So we will not, guna means multiply. Okay, this sort of multiplied and then this is the distance and so. So that we will leave now for the moment. Satyaloko virajate means Satyaloka is there. Okay. So like we say Mars is at so much distance. So this is some kind of a description that we find in scriptures. Apunarmaraka yatra, this is what is important. Apunarmaraka yatra brahmaloko sasmritaha. Okay. Apunarmaraka means Marakaha is Yamaha. Okay. So Apunarmaraka means these lokas are places where Yama will not come again, which essentially means you will not have any more birth. That is all. Okay, this is a kind of description that we find even in the Brahma Sutra Bhashya itself towards the end. There are some discussions. So there, gaining entry is very difficult. That is why he is saying, Satyetu Tadurlabham. Okay. So there also we have a mantra which states that. So here, Apunarmarakayatra Brahmaloko hi sasmritaha. This is the description of that Satyaloka. Okay. Now there is another mantra which has been quoted by Bhagavatpada in his commentary to one of the sutras. To say that it is difficult, it is in Shatapatha Brahmana. Okay. Just I will read that, you repeat. Vidyaya tadarohanti,
Vidyaya tadarohanti, Vidyaya tadarohanti,
yatra kamah paragataha,
Yatra kamah paragataha, Yatra kamah paragataha,
na tatra dakshinayanti,
Na tatra dakshinayanti, Na tatra dakshinayanti,
vidvamsastapasvinah,
Na
vidvamsastapasvinah,
Na
vidvamsastapasvinah, na avidvamsaha na cha tapasvinah, na vidvamsastapasvinah, na vidvamsastapasvinah, na vidvamsastapasvinah. Vidyaya tadarohanti means they will be able to climb upon this loka through vidya. Vidyaya tadarohanti. Suppose you want to become CEO of Google. Some jnana and karma has to be there. Okay, anybody cannot become. Something is required. Similarly, so some sort of vidya here means actually upasana. Vidya means upasanaya. Vidya tadarohanti yatra kamaha paragataha na tatra dakshinayanti. Dakshina means those who go in dakshina marga, they will not be able to reach. There is something called uttara marga, there is something called dakshina marga. So even those people who go in uttara marga, only through some upasanas this can be gained. It is for this purpose it is said na tatra dakshinayanti na avidvamsaha tapasvinaha. Okay, so neither the avidvan, which means who do not do this upasana, mere tapaha etc., they will not be able to gain. So this is what is stated in Shatapatha Brahmana. So this is actually in Brahma Sutra Shankara Bhashya, see 3331, that is called the Sadhana Pada. So there Karanatvam, Ubadhyatvam, Upayatvam, Upeyata. These are the contents of the 4 chapters. Karanatvam, Abadhyatvam, Upayatvam, Upeyata. You understand? This is a nice phrase. So Brahmanaha Jagat Karanatvam, Abadhyatvam, Upayatvam means Upeyata. That is Phaladhyaya. Okay. So Upaya means Sadhanadhyaya. There these things are discussed. Okay. Now this Vidyaya tadarohanti. So Vidyaya tadarohanti. So the Satyaloka is obtained only through that. So therefore he says it is Durlabham. Now let me take you through the commentary quickly. The Vyakhyanam. Manavajanmani Atmadarshanam. Commentary he says Manavajanmani Atmadarshanam Sphutataram ityatra Drishtantantaramaha Jagrati. Drishtantantaram means Anyo Drishtantaha Drishtantantara. Okay. Drishtantantaramaha Jagrati. So the earlier example is Adarsha. Now he is giving other example. Yatha Jagrati Jagradashayam Nirmale Atmani. Here there is a mistake again. It should not be Buddho. Buddhau. You have to say. Okay, this correction. Parapadam. Now he is giving 3 interpretations for this Parapada. One is Brahmanaha Padam Sthanam. Okay, so Parapadam. Now, Jagaditi Yavat. In this context, you have to understand as Jagat. Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. You understand? Vishnu Paramam Padam, that is also called as that abode. That is also called as Parapadam. Here, in this context, this Jagrad Dashayam you are able to see clearly means you cannot be describing that. Understand? So, this Jagrad Dashayam, therefore, he is describing it as Jagaditi Yavat. Jagat means, so Asmin Jagati, see, Ishavasyam idam sarvam. So, this is not something which is different from Brahman. Okay? So, Parapadam can also mean Jagat. And further he says Khavitiva, or you can take it as Akasha. Okay? Why? This Parapadam. Parapadena Vishnu edi griheta, tarihi Vishnupadam. So, this is also used in the literature as a synonym for Akasha. Therefore, Akasha. So, you cannot see Akasha very clearly in Swapna, as you can open your eyes and see. Okay, so therefore Jagrati, Jagrad Dashayam, and even for you to observe in the Jagrad Dasha, Buddhi has to be Nirmala. Okay, Nirmale Atmani Buddhau. Aniruddha would have kept this phone here. So you may see the phone, but you will not see the phone. You may be looking at the same place. You understand? Somebody else has to come and say it is. Don't you see that? Right? So that is how it is. Buddhau Parapadam Spashtam Bhasate Tadvat Manavajanmani. Similarly, Nrinam Jivanam Brahmatma Bodhaha Sphutataraha. Okay? So this is first half is over. Further he says, Nanyatre Tietad Vivurnoti. Not elsewhere is something which is Vivurnoti. He elaborates. Yatha Swapne Idam Parapadam Aspashtam Vibhati. Understand? This Parapadam means this Jagat or Akasha. Swapne Aspashtam Vibhati. Not clear. Yatha Swapne Idam Parapadam Aspashtam Vibhati. Tadvad Pitrinam Pade Brahmatma Bodhaha Aspashtam Vibhati. So in the other lokas, Aspashtam. Pitrinam Pade. Gandharve Pade means Gandharva Loke. Api Aspashtam Vibhati. Daivate Pade. Devaloka. Devaloke Pyaspashtam Vibhati. On the other hand, Satye means Satyaloka. Satye Loke tu Brahmatma Bodhaha Manushya Lokadapi Sputataram Vibhati. Okay? So that is why in the sloka he says Sputatamam Satye tu. So the Ramarāyakavi, he used this word Sputatara, Sputatama. Remember, the second quarter he says Manavajanmani Sputataraha, whereas here he uses Tamapratyaya. Sputatamam Satyetu. So that will be much more evident. But reaching that Satyaloka is very difficult. Tat Satyantu Durlabham. Durlabham means almost Labdhum Ashakyam. Okay. Labdhum Ashakyam. Why Labdhum Ashakyam? As I was mentioning, so this is based upon what has been stated in Srutis. Not merely tapaha, okay? Not merely karma, but lots of upasanas have to be done. So highly disciplined people can get that. So that is what he means by Na Vidvamsas Tapasvinaha. So avidvamsaha tapasvinaha na prapnuvanti. So tapas itself is difficult. And vidvan tapaha, avidvan tapaha, etc. These are all stated in the Upanishads. Okay. So therefore he says durlabham labdhum ashakyam. In fact, even in Chandogya Upanishad there is a mantra. Yadeva vidya. Yadeva vidya. There is a vidya upanishadava tadeva viryavattaram bhavati. So there is a statement like that. Okay. Evam punaha manushyajanmapi durlabhameva. Not only this loka is conducive. In this loka there are several kinds of jivas. So this is something which is exceedingly difficult. Evam punaha manushya janmapi durlabhameva tasmat maranat prageva manushya janmani ihaiva mokshartham atmanam jnatum prayatitavyam. Maranat prageva manushya janmani ihaiva mokshartham atmanam jnatum prayatitavyam. So the purpose is moksha and the sadhana is atmajnana. Atmanam jnatum prayatitavyam natu udasitavyam ityabhiprayah. Udasitavyam. So udasitavyam means kya hai isme? So that kind of udasa bhavana. Natu udasitavyam ityabhiprayah. That is why we have this interesting verse in Viveka Chudamani. Ato vimukyai prayateta vidvan. Repeat. Ato vimukyai prayateta vidvan. Ato vimukyai prayateta vidvan. Sanyastabhahyartha sukhasprihassan. Sanyastabhahyartha sukhasprihassan. Sanyastabhahyartha sukhasprihassan. Santam mahantam samupetya deshikam. Santam mahantam samupetya deshikam. Santam mahantam samupetya deshikam. Enopadishtartha samihitatma. Samahitatma is Enopadishtartha samahitatma. Enopadishtartha samahitatma. Enopadishtartha samahitatma. And say once more. Ato vimukyai prayateta vidvane. Ato vimukyai prayateta vidvane. Ato vimukyai prayateta vidvane. Sanyastabhahyartha sukhasprihassan. Sanyastabhahyartha sukhasprihassan. Sanyastabhahyartha sukhasprihassan. Santam mahantam samupetya deshikam. Santam mahantam samupetya deshikam. Santam mahantam samupetya deshikam. Enopadishtartha samahitatma. Enopadishtartha samahitatma. Enopadishtartha samahitatma. Ataha means essentially this is Durlabham Manushya Deha Atraiva Jnana Praptihi Sulabha. For all these reasons, Vimuktyi Prayateta Vidvan. For that, what is to be done? Sanyasta Vahyartha Sukha Sprha. Sprha is a very strong word. Okay? A deep desire. Okay? So, Sanyasta Vahyartha Sukha means so engaging with senses with the world. Bhahyartheshu बाह्यार्थेभ्यः यत् सुखं लभ्यते तत्र स्पृहा, that has to be dropped. Sanyasta sukhasprihassan. So what is to be done further? Santam mahantam samupetya deshikam. So you have to, so deshikaha means the one who gives direction. See, Guru. Dishati. See, Sanmargam dishati iti deshikaha. So santam mahantam samupetya deshikam. See, approaching him. Tenopadishtartha samahitatma. Merely going is also not sufficient. Many people go, but they don't reap much benefits. Why? Samahitatma. Tena upadishtarthe samahitatma na bhavati. Samahitatma means he engages in the thought which has been presented by this deshika. So you have to dwell upon it. So merely listening is not sufficient. So all these are essential. That is what he is trying to communicate. Santam mahantam samupetya deshikam tenopadishtartha samahitatma. Okay, we'll stop. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhanatu Saha Virjam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidyashavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve Paskena Santu Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyad Dukha Bhavet. Om